Imagine you're playing a game of baseball outside. You're up to bat and you hit the ball. Everything seems great, but suddenly you hear a crash and realize that the ball you just hit flew directly into a window. What do you think should happen? Doing something accidentally is different than doing it on purpose. In the Torah, doing something accidentally is called a Shgaga, a mistake. We'll talk about two places where this comes up in the Torah. The first is in Vayikra, where it talks about the sort of sacrifice you bring if you did something wrong accidentally, bishgaga. For example, normally, if you broke Shabbat in public, on purpose, and you were warned first, the punishment might be the death penalty. But if you did it by accident, bishgaga, for example, you didn't know it was Shabbat, or you didn't know that what you were doing is forbidden, all that happens is you have to bring a sacrifice. Very different. The other place this comes up is in cases of accidental murder. Let's say you're in the forest, chopping wood, when the head of your axe suddenly flies off and hits someone in the head, killing them. If this had been a deliberate murder, you'd be subject to the death penalty. But because this was an accident, the Torah instead allows you to flee to exile in a city of refuge. There are still consequences for your actions, but they're not the same as if you had done them on purpose. Does this seem fair to you? Not everyone agrees that just because you did something by accident, the consequences should be any different than if you did it on purpose. What happened still happened, and no matter what your intention was, the window that you broke is still broken. On the other hand, some people think that it's not fair to give any punishment at all for things you did accidentally. To these people, what matters most is your intention, and if you didn't mean to do anything wrong, you don't deserve to get punished. The Torah takes a middle ground here. There are still consequences for accidental crimes, but they are very different from the punishments for people who do those things deliberately.